In 27 years, obviously, there's been a lot of consulting and planning, and today you're a great example of a successfully transitioned enterprise that's ready to pass on your very successful business to the next generation. I'm hoping that our conversation today is going to tap into that secret sauce of how taking care of business also means taking care of people and setting an intention to do the right thing always.
Our business was started in 1973 by my partner, Lou Riak. And I spent several years working with Lou as his banker and got to know him very well. We became good friends, and then one day we just decided to become business partners. I felt the comfort to move away from a banking job and take a shot at doing something that we thought we could build that would provide us with a much better lifestyle later on in life.
Give us a little orientation to what your company does, who you serve, what your individual role is, the overall makeup of the company, your footprint.
The overhead door business itself, we sell, install, and repair commercial industrial doors of all types. If it's in Washington, D.C., there's a good chance that we have a door someplace on that building. In addition to that, we have a residential division that my son runs that takes care of mostly homeowners and custom builders. So as things developed and we became more successful and were able to encourage employees to come join us, we found a need for a better, more timely, focused accounting firm. And that's when a friend of ours told us about Jane. And he said, this lady's young, smart, very focused, and I think you would make a good team.
That's a perfect segue, because I was going to say, at what point did you connect to Jane Horn, the tax partner at Raffa, who has been helping and advising your company and your family for almost 3 decades?
Sometimes you just sit down with somebody, you start talking to them, and you feel like they're genuine, they're what you want, they've got their heads in the right place, they want to go where you want to go, and you know that that'll be a team that'll work out well. She's had experience with other bigger companies or smaller companies that she would tell us, you ought to look at this, you ought to think about this. So she's helped guiding us through some areas, and whether it was adding companies, adding businesses, how to structure the corporation. She knows us, so she knows where we need to be, where we want to be, how we want our situation to develop. So we talk about things that are supposed to happen now, things that should happen in a couple of years, where we should be 5 years from now. Meetings that used to take us hours and hours now take us a short amount of time, because she already knows before she gets here what we should be talking about. We know what we should have ready for these meetings. She comes in, she's prepared, we're prepared.
Terrific. That comes back to, she says, preparing our client's tax return each year is the culmination of many thoughtful and engaging interactions that have transpired and illuminated the way forward, a fulfilling process of planning and being genuinely involved.
I can tell you at the end of the year, there might be 20 tax returns that have to be laid out and signed and the checks written and all the things, but because of Lindy's relationship with Jane, that stuff stays very organized and very planned, and I have confidence that I don't have to sit there and go through those things every day. I know it's all in good hands.
So we've talked a little bit about the how and what. Now take it to the why. What's the soul of Overhead Door?
I tell our kids, it doesn't matter what you sell. I think we'd have the same level of success whether we were selling overhead door or marbles. Good customer service, commitment to doing things right, total integrity in everything you do in business, and the ultimate result will be success.
So ensuring business sustainability and success for the next generation of family owners and employees really requires an orientation for shared success. Overhead Door has a ESOP, or part of the company is an ESOP, to help attract and retain employees. Can you share a little bit about that experience?
Lou and I sit down, and Jane was involved in the conversation, saying, you know what, we're never selling this business, so we ought to do something to let the employees know that we appreciate their cooperation, what they did. The ESOP became our way to say to the employees, we're here, it's not going anyplace, and it has been very beneficial for the ones that are retired. It also pays very healthy dividends to the ones that are here and were involved in it at that point. I think it was a worthwhile thing for us to do for our employees, and I think they really did appreciate it and still do.
Getting back to this idea of always doing the right thing, talking about shared success, obviously, with the family, with the employees, just the whole business model. I know that you have a special relationship with a special mission. Tell us about that relationship.
Well, Nick's Place was formed by Ray McVicker, who lost her son to addiction. She was convinced that part of his challenge with getting through rehabilitation had to do with the fact that he wasn't with the right people to really have him comfortable with what he needed to do to get out of his situation. When she finally lost him, she said, I'm going to find a way to help kids. But she does so much more. What we've gotten from them is some of the best employees that you could have. They're just really good guys that found a place where they could share their stories, not feel guilty for what they've done, support one another. They go back to Nick's Place and support Nick's Place. So they're very proud of the fact that we are continuing to support Nick's Place. I'm very proud of it because I think that just the quality that's developed in our own people because they feel a sense of contributing and what they're doing to help others. We're always looking for that next chance or the next opportunity, and it'll come along, and when it does, we're going to be involved in it. So
Absolutely amazing and fantastic and so commendable, Willie, and so important, especially in light of the epidemic that's facing this country, and the need is more than ever. I know that that Raffa's tagline is do more. We thought that would conjure up the spirit of the brand that we all are a part of in terms of the kinds of clients that we want to work with. I think Overhead Door is the perfect example of that.
I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, and it's been tremendous.